Hey guys, I'm going to be covering the green Anoli, which is also the carolinensis. And these four pictures I took all by myself. So these behaviors at the top are the ones that I was exposed to, and I'm going to focus on the dewlap exposure because it has the most underlying proximate and ultimate factors. Here's a picture of the tail that I was exposed to when I accidentally spooked it, and so I liked that picture, and I wanted to point out because it was avoiding detection. So. So I didn't witness a dewlap exposure, but I will be using dewlap exposure because I didn't want to show a clip of it escaping because we kind of know why. So here is some of the footage of him just looking around. So this whole thing is 8 minutes and 26 seconds, but I got it down to 15 seconds because he would just do that for a minute, do that for a minute, and I wanted to condense it. But at the bottom, you can see exactly how much time that took. So for approximate causation, Neal and Wade found that as testosterone rises, so does dewlap size, and so does social boldness. And that helps us understand that mating and territorial defense can both be the same behavior that serves two purposes for two different audiences. And then Winkler and Wade also found that aromatase is used to influence the sexual behaviors of courtship and aggression. And so in context of the class, we know that the dewlap exposure serves as an honest communication signal, and the dewlap and the bold behavior can serve to amplify each other, like in signal amplitude hypothesis, because they both can feed on each other. So for proximate development, I found that Marks and his colleagues and Cohen and Wade both studied how nutrition and energy levels during gestation influences the embryo's outcome. And they observed that by looking at the yolk's hormones. And so in context of the class, while we didn't see any direct parenting behaviors or obvious elements of group life, we can understand that the mother serves got costs to the pregnancy, and that's how it influences the fitness of her offspring. Right. So for ultimate evolution, I found that Alfoldi and Tolis and both their colleagues did extensive genome analysis of the seemingly new traits of the Anolis to understand about how their adaptation of the dewlap came about. And they suggested that it was likely due to rapid adaptive radiation, and they pinpointed specific genes that could be linked to the differing ecological niches um, that they're hanging out in. So in context of the class, we know that we know that they can breed multiple times throughout their life. So we can see how adaptation gives traits to spread by natural selection. And that's how we get insights into the young's fitness. So for ultimate function, Greenberg and Cruz looked at how the Anoles responded to assert dominance, and they found that it was a defensive aggression that can serve to attract mates and establish dominance, which is what we saw in the beginning. So in the context of the class, the Anoles performance of the dewlap exposure serves both for their survival and their reproductive needs, making it an ultimate function. So slide 8, I just wanted to say that I'm not concluding my video by relating the animal's behavior in context of the class, because I did that in the bottom of each slide. But I also did want to say that here's a really fun picture of a pit crew template that I found online. So I put the artist right here, and then I put a link down there, but I'm also going to put up my sources so that y'all can make a fun lizard because it's super cool. It's not exactly an Anoli, but it's a lizard, and I think that counts. So here's my first source list. Here's my second source list. Yeah, sweet. Okay. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. Thanks.